What is going on, guys? It's me, Mojo Jojo, back again with another episode of 21st Century Wrestling here in Total Extreme Wrestling 2020. Previously, we had our second pay-per-view event. It was London's Calling. It's a decent show. Head-to-head was awful, so London Calling's much better, thank God. Main event was unfortunately ruined by injury. Otherwise, it would have been a lot higher rated show, I believe, because the show itself wasn't actually that bad, I like to think. So, over the past month, unfortunately, we have gone down to medium. We can't go back up for a little while. We can't rise to big or above for at least 5 months and 2 weeks. Whoops. So we'll be medium for at least half a year, but hopefully, if we continue to put on good shows, it won't affect us too much, but you never know. Hopefully, it might cause a few issues down the line. This episode is going to be a little bit of, I guess, behind the scenes stuff, or at least taking a look at wrestlers, how they're evolving, how things are improving in the company, how things are not improving, what I might need to do to make things a bit better. So to start it off, we are going to look at our titles. As you saw in the last show, we have a new champion. But we'll start with the tag team. They haven't defended it much. And the prestige has stayed the same the entire time. I thought it went up. This is the Men of Steel. They are the current tag team champions. Mark Adonis and Mass Hulk. Adonis is definitely the more impressive guy of the team, but Mass Hulk, he's got a new contract anyway to stay with us for another 2 years, so good for him. You have Bedlam, who is still the United Kingdom champion. He is part of Hellbound, led by Jonathan Forst. So he could be champion for a while, who knows. He won it off of BW Eddie in August before the game was out, so yeah, this feud might continue for a while. He hasn't actually defended the title yet, this entire save. So that's something I need to do in the future. We also have a brand new world champion, Tommy Cornell. It is his third time? Yeah, he's three-time world champion here in this company, same as Edward. The most is still Adam Travers with 4, but hopefully Tommy Cornell will stick around now that he's world champion, because I will quickly just take a look at this. Oh, wrong button. Diary. Tommy Cornell's contract expires in 2 months, and in 30 days or something like that, at the beginning of the next month is when people can start putting offers in for him, and he is on a bit of a beefy contract, which is not good. He is on $150,000 a month. Yeah, that's a problem. Other than that, quickly let's go through storylines again. Starting with Apollo and Daniel Black Francis. They had an awful match on pay-per-view, but that was mainly because Brickhouse Boulder and Andrew Lee, to be honest. I shouldn't have brought them into this storyline. I shouldn't have brought Andrew Lee into it, but I did anyway. Brickhouse Boulder and Apollo Prince are kind of a duo. Yeah, they need to get better in the storyline as well. The general manager storyline between oops, I've spoiled who's supposed to be in this. Oh well. Doesn't really matter too much. We have the general manager storyline where a lot of people are having to go at Jeff Nova for being bad at his job. To the point where Jeff Nova's left commentary at the moment to try and do better at his job. But it's not working because the actual commentary is now also getting bad as well. So Jeff Nova has a decision to make. Does he go back to commentary or does he stay backstage? Hellbound, it's getting better, I believe. We're slowly getting there. Now that Jonathan Forst is doing more promos himself, the storyline is getting hotter, which is good. because we need Jonathan Forst to be a force in this company with the rest of Hellbound. Evan Allpass is still suspended. Yeah. We'll come back to the War of the Gnells. We'll go to Three Man Army. This one is getting better. The match at pay-per-view was pretty decent. And I can see this continuing at least with the people that are in it for another month. But if not, maybe Rowley and the Three Man Army with a different tag team. Who knows? I haven't decided completely what to do with them guys yet. Because I do really like Crouching Storm, Hidden Sifu. They are my favourite tag team in this company just because I like saying their name. Also, they're very good in the ring. Let's not forget that. Then we have the War of the Cornells. The biggest feud. Unfortunately, the pay-per-view match, the first one, was only a 77. Which isn't as good as I was expecting. But also, Edward Cornell is injured. He broke his fingers 2 days before the pay-per-view. So that really badly affected the match, but I just needed this match to go on. As annoying as it was. I also made it go a bit too long. The crowd was starting to get a bit uninvested. I should have changed the match type as well, that might have helped, but I'm still kind of new to booking in this game, so I'm not the best at that yet, but I'm hopefully getting better as time goes by. So yeah, that's the storyline so far. Titles are pretty decent. What else do we need to do? Coverage. Can we have any press button. All broadcasters. Can I have some different broadcasters, please? No, I cannot. Okay, thanks, game. We quickly went through that. We'll look at merch as well, quick, before we get into the wrestlers themselves. Tommy Cornell, as no surprise, is our biggest merch earner, because he is popular everywhere. Just, Jesus Christ, how? Who is the worst? We'll scroll down to the bottom. Steve Smith has sold $100 in merch, followed by Antithesis. Mainly because he hasn't been on the show, Antithesis, at all, because I really don't know what to do with him. So yeah, quickly go through the roster. We're not finished with this month yet, but I figured at the end of every pay-per-view or every 2 pay-per-views it'd be a good chance to, I guess, explore. We have Adam Matravers. His popularity has unfortunately dropped, but he wasn't in a storyline last month, so that will hopefully increase soon. Andrew Lee, how is he doing? He has gone up by 1 to a 58. Not awful. He did go to double DQ finish on the pay-per-view. I do like Andrew Lee. He's very young. Pretty average on the mic. He's not actually that very good. He's not actually very good on the mic, but he is the Neanderthal. He is basically a crazy man. We have the aforementioned Antithesis. He's irritated because he's not on pay-per-view 2 months ago. So his popularity is not really changing much. It's actually going down because he's not really done anything. Apollo Prince. This is a guy for the future. He's very good at talking, decent in the ring already, and yeah, his popularity has gone up from a 62 to a 68 so far in most places in England. Pretty decent. I do like Apollo Prince. He's definitely one for the future. We have Assassin, who is currently suspended because he was a steroid user, but I've talked him out of it. He's no longer a steroid user, which is good. It means we might have something for Assassin if he can prove to be any good on the B show that I'm not really showing anymore. So his popularity hasn't changed at all, let's be honest, because he's not been on telly. It's actually dropping rapidly. Oh no. Beast Bantam, how are you doing, my friend? Also dropping, but he's not been in really any storylines recently. View Boulder, this is one that I hope is increasing. It dropped, but is now getting better again. Nice. I do like View Boulder and Darren Flynn. They're a very good up-and-coming tag team. I won't go through everyone, like people that aren't that big a deal, I won't. But Bedlam, because he's a champion, we'll look at how he's doing. He has stayed the same, roughly. Blackheart, he's increased. I know that much. He's gone from a 27 to a 30 and 32. Brickhouse Boulder. Now I want to take a bit of a better look at, because his stamina's getting better, which is good. But he is an agitator, a smoker, and awful. So I might not keep him around when his contract's up. I know I've got him in a storyline. He's still here for another 10 months. Jesus Christ. Buff Martinez. He's dropped, but now he's in a storyline as well, so that will hopefully increase. The Born Winner, BW Eddie, has gone up from a 55 to a 62 and a 60 in most places. Nice. I do like BW Eddie. Can he play face? Not really, but he's also not extremely awful. Cliff King, very good manager. Clifford Wilson, don't care about you or you. Compton Valance, he was in the pre-show on pay-per-view and did pretty decent. He got 38. His popularity's going low. Oh no. We have another commentator who is mainly used on the B show. And then Daniel Black Francis. His popularity is increasing, which is good because I want to push him slightly. I do like Daniel Black Francis. He's a good brawler. Good psychology. Good talking. Very experienced. And he's only 35 as well, so he's still got time on his side. Darren Flynn, the prodigy, very good technically. Is that improving as well? That'd be great. Yes, it is. Technical isn't. Hardcore is. I need to get his resilience up because he keeps saying he's fatigued. Mainly because he's on a lot of shows, to be fair. His popularity is... he's gone up slightly since last month. Des Grieve, another commentator. Road agent, don't really matter. And commentator, he's very good at both. We have Doomsday, he's had one appearance, so his popularity surprisingly gone up since he destroyed Tommy Cornell. Edison Silva. I don't know what to do with Edison Silva, because he's decent in ring, as you can see. He's a MMA guy, so he's not really that good at talking. He's just very good at, like, serious fights. Except he isn't. For some reason. Edward Cornell, the former champion. He has stayed at an 85 the entire time, which is good. And USA, I suppose that we can't really look at USA, but he is still very good. He's only 36, so he's got to be here for a little while. He's got another year and 10 months on his deal, even better. Evan Allpass is suspended, but I'll look anyway. Popularity is increasing pretty decently. He's not actually very good, so I don't know why I'm pushing him, but Gorilla Lee, he's not very good, to be honest. Not going to go through him. He's just a massive guy from Nottingham. Nottingham? I sound like an American. He's from Nottingham. Gravedigger. How are you doing, my friend? Because he's 26 and I really like Gravedigger. His technical ability is getting better. It's now 28. Psychology is the same. He's a very menacing guy. It's a shame they nerfed Menace on this game. I really like Gravedigger. I have plans for him and the rest of Hellbound. Island Warrior, we won't really go into because I've not used him much. Holly Levers. Holly Leaves, Holly Levers, whatever her name is. I can't pronounce it. I'm just calling it Holly Levers. She is doing surprisingly well. She's a mercenary, unfortunately. Her popularity has gone from absolute nothing to 18 in 2 months. So hopefully her little thing with Luke Call continues to go well. We have a very good referee, or a decent ref. JB Cash, he's in a storyline now, so his popularity is lowered, but it will eventually come back up. Jeff Nova needs to go back on commentary, because he's very good at commentary. But just for the time being, he's at storyline. We have Joe Simpson. I like Joe Simpson. He's actually, not that it affects the game or real life whatsoever. This guy is gay. Pretty cool. Congratulations to Joe Simpson, even though he's not a real person. But yeah, I like Joe Simpson. He's definitely one for the future. Popularity, however, has gone down, but he has a manager now, so that will help. Jonathan Forst, the main man. He stayed as a 76. I know that much, but he's not had a match yet. He had matches on pre-shows to help people, but he's more of a good talker guy because he's injured his knee. He doesn't wrestle too much. Kathleen Lee, popular, good talker, potential general manager maybe. We have Kelly Martin, one half of Absolutely Flawless. I think their popularity is getting better. Yes, it is. Good. Kelvin Badbury. I don't know what to do with you. He's not in a storyline, I know that much. He's not very good, but he is better than Brickhouse Boulder is. Popularity is obviously going down because he's not been in anything. Kevin Jones, unfortunately, he's 43 now, so he's really dropping off. We need to get some of this popularity from Kevin Jones onto other people before he ends up retiring. Which is a shame, because I quite like Kevin Jones on the other, on 2016. I just needed a drink. Conrad Mackinnon, popular in Europe, which is good. He's gone from a 1 to an 11 in the first month that he's been here. I think his tag team with Landon Mallory, who we're going to get to soon, they're going to be a good tag team. Of Lance Martin, the other side of Absolutely Flawless. I like Absolutely Flawless. They are my other favourite tag team. I think I have about 3 that I've said are my favourite tag team now. But he's very good technically. He could have been a singles guy if he was a bit younger, but I'm going to keep him as a tag guy with his brother. Yes, he is his brother. We have Landon Mallory. I have big plans for this man. He is very good at talking. He is very good in the ring, decent most things, and great at brawling. His popularity has gone up from absolutely nothing to an 11 as well. And he's already pulling off like 50 rated matches, like 50 performances, even though he is not popular at all. Landon Herring, haven't done much with him. I won't look into him much. He's only 19. We'll see how he goes. Lee Burton, this is another guy for the future. He's already our number 2 heel, I believe. So, yeah, his popularity has unfortunately only stayed the same. But he's also not been in a serious storyline yet. So now that the Too Cool storyline is over, we have things to do with Mr. Burton here. What's it going to be? Who knows? I just went off the roster for some reason. This is a new manager that hasn't debuted yet because I don't know who to put her with. She is a babyface though, so that's good. With Luke Call, who is definitely increasing, especially after he wins on pay-per-view. I don't usually do much with Luke Call, but nope. Let's give him a try. Let's see how good he can do with his new manager. Mark Adonis. I really like Mark Adonis. He's improving in some places, like where he's obviously not great in, he's improving. His talking is absolutely fine. We don't need to increase that. I'd love if he does increase that, but also he's fine as he is. Mark Misery, he's just a guy that puts on good matches. Mass Hulk recently signed a new deal. Popularity is increasing, but his in-ring is not. Michael X, the other half of the Underdogs, as well with other manager Rachel Deerhart. His popularity is up and down. It's a bit weird. He doesn't really do much, but he's helpful when I need him to be. Nightmare, I've done absolutely nothing with. I don't like Nightmare at all, to be honest. He's not actually very good. His contract's up in a year and a half. Why? Bill Harmonic, guy for the future. Absolutely, it's his first year in wrestling, and he's already up to a 29, which is good. He's also very good in ring and decent on the mic. I just need to get his popularity up before he's a credible threat. We have the luckiest man in wrestling, Philip Cooper. His popularity is slowly going up, but I have a plan in mind for him because I love Philip Cooper. I don't know how he keeps winning, even when I don't book him to win. But he's just a good wrestler. We have Phoebe Plumridge, who is Adam Traver's wife. Doesn't really do much, to be honest, but she's part of a feud, as you've already seen. Rachel Deerhart, new manager of the Underdogs. Ricky Storm, as you can see, very good in the ring. Popularity is only increasing. Oh well, it did lower, but then increased. Ignore that. Roland Johnny Stones, his popularity is increased by 1. After his feud where he just wants more screen time, he got more screen time and it was worth it. Rolly Muckletruck, like this guy. Popularity is slightly better. I have plans for the future for the Squashosaurus. Ruin hasn't really done much. He's more been on the B show. Sebastian Collar, he's dropped. But now that the Too Cool storyline's over, we can get him doing stuff. We have Sifu, very, very good wrestler as well. Popularity dropped because he keeps getting pinned because I think Ricky Storm's the better wrestler. No offense. He's also slightly younger. We have Smiling John Smithy, who never smiles. Popularity is lowered. Whoop-de-doo. With the main man himself, look at this. Hundreds all over. 90, 80s and that. He is slowly dropping off. Unfortunately. But he is 41, so he will slowly drop off. But whilst we've got him here, we need to get the most out of Tommy Cornell, which is why I've made him champion. At least for the time being, he's going to be champion. Then we have Vicky Company. She is Mark Misery's wife. I like her. She's okay. But Victor Beshov, one of the Red Devils. Popularity is decent. Vinny Vigilante is his first year in wrestling, or second year in wrestling now. I might keep him around. He's good. And, well, he looks good enough. But, just not popular. I can't think of what to do with him either. You have Wade Orson. I might put Vinny in a faction with someone. We've got Wade Orson. His popularity has lowered, I believe. Yes. Even though he won the feud, but we need to get him back up. 31, so he has time on his side still, which is great because we need baby faces at the top because we have none other than Tommy Cornell. War Machine. decent guy. Popularity staying the same. I like War Machine. He's very good at squashing and like just being angry. Welsh Dragon. I really don't know what to do with him. His gimmick is I'm Welsh. Kind of difficult. He is only a babyface as well, which is unfortunate. I can't think of what to do with the Welsh Dragon. We'll get to him eventually, hopefully. Last but not least, we have Yuri Ilikov, the other half of the Red Dragons. Yeah, decent wrestler. Decent pop. We haven't done much with the Red Devils yet. We'll get into that in the future. We'll look at the teams quick, just so you guys have a reminder of who is currently here. We have Absolutely Flawless. They are the most successful tag team in Britain ever, after winning like 6-time tag team champions. We have Boulder and Flynn, who are, I guess, the new guys on the block. I like these guys. I like Darren Flynn more, I'll be totally honest, but he can't talk. We have Crouch and Storm Hidden Sifu, 3-time 21st Century Tag Champs. Could be 4 times, maybe, who knows. I like these guys. Hot Stuff, 2-time Mosque UK Champion, 1 Cornell Cup winner and 1 21st Century Tag winner. We have the Demolishers that have done nothing yet, but we have plans for... I do have some sort of plans for these guys, but not like serious stuff yet. We have the current champs, the Men of Steel, Mark Adonis and Mass Hulk. Mark Adonis is definitely one for the future. Not so sure about Hulk, but who knows. The Red Devils, 3-time tag champs. A lot of multiple-time tag champs in this company, I've just realised. These guys are a very good tag team. I think Victor Beshov is actually Alexander Ivanov in WMMA. Yeah, but that's completely unrelated. With the Underdogs, Joe Simpson and Michael X, both baby faces, both very small, both like flippy guys. And the Union, the new tag team on the block, Landon Mallory and Conrad Mackinnon. Last but not least, we'll look at the stables that we have. We still only have 3. We have Hellbound, which are Jonathan Force as the leader with his 3 muscular, angry boys of Bedlam, Blackheart and Gravedigger. We have 3-man army of Mark Adonis, Mass Hulk and War Machine. They've been terrorising the mid-card still after months and months. And the House of Business, which is Edward Cornell with BW Eddie, Victor Beshov, Yuri Ilikov and the returning Doomsday. These guys will probably be part of this storyline in the near future. But yeah, I think that's everything I need to go through today. This was just a brief rundown of how this company's been doing. We will take a look at the rest of the wrestling world, if I can remember how to. Company Wars. So USPW are still the same. They're still making all the money ever because they have Reverie, or whatever it's called. I think it's called Reverie. Does it say the broadcasters? Either way, they have Revelry. We'll just take a look. Yeah, very good broadcasting. It's their own one that makes them millions of pounds a month. SWF are second. Who hasn't? They're also medium. So the big 4, 3 of them are medium. EILL are actually bigger than us, even though they're not as popular as us around the world. But we're still chasing down TCW. I like TCW. They're my favourite of the big 3 American companies. And last but not least, I just want to see. I know I'm doing a local to global with this company that I made up. I just want to see how they're doing in this save as well, because I'm using the same database, just a different save file. They're doing okay. I did give them a massive money boost just so they didn't go out of business instantly in this. They're only having 1 show a month though, and the popularity is not existent. So yeah, that is going to be it for this episode of 21st Century Wrestling. Next episode will be the last episode of the month, and then we go into building towards our next pay-per-view, which is the Steel Cage Challenge. And after that, we have the Cornell Cup. So yeah, we've got I have the next month and two of storylines to do. Let's go into that and see what happens there. Hope you guys have enjoyed, and I'll see you all in the next one. Bye bye.